Hey everybody, what's up? It's Michael Termini here, and today was Nintendo's Nindie Showcase, which is practically where they, display a bunch of indie games that are coming out on their systems. And this was interesting, as I really think indie games is going to be a strong point for the Nintendo Switch. Look at a system, for instance, like the PlayStation Vita. PlayStation Vita, while everyone thinks it's a dead system, indie games are releasing on the system constantly. And to prove that, all you gotta do is take a look at limited run games with what they're doing, releasing a bunch of physical, or just take a look at the PlayStation stores. You will see a bunch of games are coming out, and I just think it's really impressive, to be honest. So like the Vita, the Nintendo Switch is a very, very powerful system for its time. So I was really interested to see if developers would jump all over the Switch like they did with the PS Vita. So, indie developers, at least. And based on before this, it seemed like yes, but this just reconfirms it. It is amazing. They announced a bunch of titles that I'm very interested in. Starting off, we have Runner 3, which I thought was a very interesting game for an exclusive. If you're not aware, Runner is a classic franchise that was really popular back in the Wii PS3 days. I think Limited Run Games is doing a release of a few of them, but it's just a really cool franchise. It's a rhythm game where you jump and you collect items, and it adds to the beats and sounds and stuff. It's pretty interesting. I've personally never played some of the games, but I know some people, one guy who I'm friends with on Facebook, who really adores this franchise and really any rhythm game. So this is a game that I might pick up. I don't know if it's going to be a day one buy for me, but I like rhythm games. I really do. I think rhythm games are fun. You got a nice pair of headphones on. You just freaking jam out to it. It's a good time. So I'm really excited for that. Again, it's probably not going to be a day one buy for me. Next, we have SteamWorld Dig 2, which I played a bit of the original. I have a digital code for, I think, Wii U as well, and I haven't played yet. Because I think I got it somewhere, I don't recall. But I own it on both systems. Actually, no, I own the physical version of SteamWorld Dig. That's what I own. God, what am I thinking of the digital one for? I don't know. But anyway, I played a bit of it on the 3DS. I didn't really get into it at the time. I'll probably have to give it another shot, to be honest, because I hear only good things about it. That and SteamWorld Heist, which I know the developer is just highly respected for the quality games that they put out. And they seem to be really active within the community as well. So I'm definitely excited for people who really enjoyed the first two SteamWorld games. And it's going to be interesting to see how this does. Next in the presentation, they showed Ukulele, which, let's just be honest, guys. This is going to be an amazing game. Ukulele is going to exceed everyone's expectation. Actually, it's probably going to meet a lot of people's because they're putting really high expectations. But this game looks like so much fun. Now, I don't know if it was just me, but the graphics didn't look really good in the trailer. For the Switch trailer. All the other ones looked bright and vibrant, but something just seemed off, and I know it's not a final product by any stretch of the imagination, but colors just, I don't know. I don't know if this was just me, but that's the impression I got when watching this trailer. I feel like it just didn't look that good, and I'm really sad to say that, because this game looks like so much fun. Again, if this is just me, please tell me, because I don't know. I only watched it once. I'll put up trailer footage on the screen, but I don't know. I just didn't think it looked that good, to be honest, graphics-wise. But I'm sure the gameplay is going to make up for it, and if it's on a small screen, it's obviously going to look better. But if you blow that thing up on the TV with how it is now, I don't think it's going to look that good. But enough of my little graphics rant. Ukulele is going to be a fun game. I'm probably going to get it on Switch or on PC, maybe PS4. I don't know. I have to decide. Definitely on Switch, because I think it's going to be a game that, you're going to want to bring on the go. And being able to play that anywhere, this collect-a-thon kind of game, just sounds like fun. PC, you get the best graphics, and PS4, I love my PS4. You just get to sit down on the couch and have a nice time, which you could also do with the Switch. But, I don't know, it's going to be interesting, and it's definitely going to be a fun game when that comes out. Next, we have Blaster Master Zero. I know a lot of people, I think mostly on Twitter, that really like Blaster Master, and I know it's a game on the, I think the NES, Blaster Master 1 was released, and then they did something on the PS1 as well, so I don't really know much about the Blaster Master franchise. I've never played the originals, though it does appear like kind of a shmup, head down, Contra style at some points, which looks pretty fun, not gonna lie. I really love Contra. Contra is probably my favorite game on the NES, up there with Mega Man 2. So this game kind of interests me, because, like I said, I really think the Switch will succeed in this indie game front, as long as we keep getting support in games like Blaster Master, Yooka-Laylee, SteamWorld, and all of these are just interesting games that will definitely bring people to the system, and definitely make Switch owners happy. Next we have Pocket Rumble, which this doesn't really interest me that much. It kind of has like Game Boy style graphics for a fighter. I'm not a huge 2D fighter guy, it's just never been my genre of choice, so I'm just going to pass on this one. It doesn't excite me that much, besides Smash. Smash is a 2D fighter I like, though I can totally see why some people would like it. The character designs looked pretty interesting, and the art style, you know, usually you get like, you know, all the pixelated art style, but this was kind of cool in that they went for like the original Game Boy vibe, which I liked. Next we have Flipping Death from Zoink Games. This actually looks like a pretty interesting game. The concept is that practically there's like two worlds, kind of like, best way I can explain it, if you ever played Super Paper Mario, how you can like flip the views. It's kind of like that, but you like flip to another side of the world, which I think is pretty cool because, you know, you get to do something in one world and that affects the other. Kind of like a Link Between Worlds in a sense. That's a better comparison. I can't believe I didn't think of that one, but I thought of freaking Super Paper Mario. But it definitely looks like an interesting puzzle game. I don't really know too much about the developers Zoink Games. I've never really heard of them. But this definitely seems like a game that I would consider giving a chance. I'm going to wait to see a bit more about it, maybe a few more trailers come out before I decide whether to plunge the money or not. But it definitely looks like a fun puzzle game, and if you guys know, I love puzzle games. I do. They're probably one of my favorite genres. Probably platformer, puzzle game, and just mindless action games. I love those three genres. Those are like my boys. So, this is definitely something I'm going to love. If it's, you know, as good as it looks in the trailer, because I just, again, think it's a cool concept. Now you can, like, do this thing in this world, and then you do it to help other people in the other world. It's just cool. Next, we have Mr. Shifty. I guess that's how you say it, Shifty. Yeah, I don't really know much about this. It's kind of like they described it as a stealth game, though it's not really a stealth. It's kind of more like you have superpowers and you take down a bunch of guys, which, I don't know. Like I said, that like mindless action games, it's more like FPS kind of mindless action or third-person shooters. But this game is not really one that tickles my fancy like Pocket Rumble. I don't know. Maybe it will be good. It's by Tiny Build, which I know is a pretty well-respected developer. I remember seeing them at PAX. So I don't know. This is a game that I'm not that interested in. Wave Groove. This is pretty, I don't know, pretty weird. So it's kind of like a, Advanced Wars style game. So it's an RTS, Fire Emblem, if you guys know that Fire Emblem is an RTS game. So it's not really an RTS. I mean, it is an RTS, but like turn-based RTS, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So it's like Advanced Wars, and this one does actually catch my interest, because there's going to be no Fire Emblem game or Advanced Wars game until next year, assuming they do make an Advanced Wars, which I'd be all in for. But there's not really a lot of RTS games on the system, so this is one that I might pick up, because, again, I like games that make me think. I like stuff like that, because I don't know, I like to challenge my mind. I love, you know, Sudoku, Picross, stuff like that, Fire Emblem, just stuff that makes me think I like, because you don't get that kind of challenge often, and when something like a video game makes you, you know, stay on your feet or try to think of a solution to something, I like that feeling that you get when you finally get it, that little burst of adrenaline, that excitement. It's fun. So I'll probably be picking this one up if reviews are good, but if they're bad, I'm going to stay away, obviously. Stardew Valley. I got this game on PC on Steam and returned it. I didn't really tickle my fancy, but I would definitely consider giving it another chance, considering I only put like 20 minutes into it. I'm like, this game's stupid. And this is a game that, like Animal Crossing, I think would excel on the go, because you got this, you know, huge world of a town and stuff that you gotta farm in and crap, and it just seems like a game that would really be fun on the go, because if you wanna pick it up for like 20 minutes, do a little maintenance stuff, you're good. It's a game that you can play for any period of time, whether it's like 20 minutes to like 3 hours. It's still fine. And it doesn't also look like a game that will, push the Switch to its limits, technical-wise, specs-wise. So I think it's a game that will definitely succeed on the Switch. Stardew Valley is a very well-respected franchise. So yeah. Next down we have Shakedown. Next freaking game is Shakedown Hawaii from V-Blank. This is from the same developer that made Retro City Rampage, and it really doesn't interest me. It's kind of like your little 8-bit guy, you drive around in a car and you shoot everyone. I don't know. It doesn't really interest me that much. I've never been a huge fan of like those kind of style games. Like I said, mindless action needs to be done right, and this is like mindless action, but just doesn't really look that fun. I didn't really enjoy Retro City Rampage, so I could see why some people could like it, and if you like it, good for you, but it's not really a game I want to play. So those were all the one more. Escapist 2. I'm just reading off a list here. So Escapist 2, again, not a game I ever really played. I know some people who own the original on Steam, but I don't know much about Escapist 2. I've always heard of the game. I never really knew what it was about until this presentation. So kind of like doing a Prison Break sort of thing. So that looks pretty interesting, I guess. I don't really know. A Prison Break game I think would be fun if done right, but I don't know how like it works as a game. Do you like craft stuff? Do you talk to people, or they give you puzzles, like you have to get clues to figure it out? I think that would be more fun. But if it's kind of like just go around, beat up people, that's kind of what I got on from the trailer, and take stuff, I don't know if it's going to interest me that much. So those are the ones I think are notable. There's a few more in that I don't really have much to talk about, like Overcooked. It doesn't interest me that much. And Tumbleseed, not really another one that interests me at all. So please comment below, what games do you think are interesting from the Nindie Showcase, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Hey, thank you for watching my video. You should totally check out some of my other videos, or if you haven't already, subscribe and help me reach my goal of 5K subs. Have a good one.